Hello everyone, I am back once again for some more toy tirade. Today, we have a fictional SUV. Yes, even though I'm a car guy, and honestly, I prefer real cars, I do have a few fictional Hot Wheels cars in my garage. Even though I don't actually have any real cars, so I don't bother to store these in my actual garage. These are in my drawer or in something else. So, straight away you can see there are sticker decals on the side, and they actually look of really high quality. Normally, I prefer these to be sort of painted into the bodywork, because frankly, to me, that would look more high quality, and it wouldn't feel and look like a proper like a sticker, because frankly, it feels like a proper stick-on. However, it does look really nice, and they've actually managed to replicate the color on the sticker to the color of the actual car itself, which is pretty nice, and I just realized how funny it was seeing the car zoom in with my hand and then it zooming out. Anyway, aside from that though, then you have these sort of plexiglass windows, which are actually really nice. I like that they're yellow. Normally, I don't actually really like yellow as a color. I mean, except for, this, but other than that, a few other things I don't really like in yellow because yellow's it's not really my type of color. However, with the way they've done the plexiglass windows, it does actually go really well with the blue of the car. It's a perfect shade, or hue, so it doesn't actually clash or anything like that. So it really matches the tone of the car quite well. Even the purple purple of the squid, octopus, whatever. If you want to tell me what it is, shout in the comments. You know nothing about animals. This is a insert squid or octopus here. I don't really care. But either way, even the purple doesn't ruin the whole collaboration of the blue and the yellow and the purple. It really ties in very well, so it doesn't look out of place, it doesn't clash, which is actually really interesting, because I really would have thought the yellow and the purple would have clashed with the blue, but Hot Wheels have managed to pull it off, so kudos to them. So now, quality. Is it good quality? The wheels are nice. I mean, of course they're plastic, so I mean, I can't really mark it down because in fact, pretty much all Hot Wheels cars have plastic wheels and rims, so I can't really knock it down. However, the design of the rims, as you can see here, is actually really rather nice. It's very SUV-esque, which this kind of is. It's kind of like, who remembers that truck brand? What was it? International, was it? Who remembers that? What was it? The International Scout, was it? I'm getting a sort of, I'm getting a Dodge Power Wagon at the front, the early 40s one, with the sort of International Scout wagon on the back. It's actually a really, really nice combo that I honestly wouldn't have thought of, but I'm getting a really strong Dodge Power Wagon feeling on the front. But again, is the quality good? Well, again, the wheels are good. The paint is actually really good. It's not flat or anything. It's not metallic, but it's a gloss. So it looks really nice, and it looks pretty high quality, actually. However, there's a really cheap feeling plastic on the bottom. It's not like the Lamborghini. That's a sort of, I don't want to say granite, but it feels like something along those lines. Not a granite, but again, a really high quality plastic that's very crisp, very clean. Whereas this feels, like, put it this way, this feels molded, okay? Take a bunch of plastic pellets and then mold it to the bottom of this Lamborghini, okay? That's what that feels like. This feels like the mold itself. Very cheap, very soft. It doesn't really feel very high quality to me. And then the front end has a similar story. It feels similar to the Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini feels crisper and more high quality. This doesn't. This feels, again, more like the mold that Lamborghini's bottom was made of. This feels like the mold itself, and there's something wrong with this. It just feels really cheap. Sort of like they cut corners or something. I don't really know. Then you have this on the back, the little white tips. Now you're probably saying, oh come on Cody, those are exhausts. No, they're not, because you can see a very similar thing right in the crevice of the front end. You see that? Right there. Okay? It's also in the wheel wells. Actually, I probably can't. Okay. It's hard to see, but it's in there. That's basically the sort of chassis of the body. And that's what's poking out through the rear and in the little deep crevice of the front end. That's sort of the chassis of the car. And the interesting thing is it does look very low quality when you know what it is. But if you don't, it does actually look like exhaust. But even with that, it does still look high quality because exhausts aren't white. Even if you get stainless steel, they're silver. This, again, it's not exhaust, but even if it was, it's still very, very cheap looking. It doesn't look like it should be on this car. Honestly, I'd be just fine without that being there and it just having the blue on there, because frankly, that would look better. That where it is now? No, it just looks pretty cheap. And even with this, where the Lamborghini has a similar thing, but again, it feels very cheap. I'd have to give this a 2.1. The color is nice, the wheels are nice, even the decals are nice. But that plastic under tray, that's something that, honestly, I think feels intolerable. That just feels like they cut a few corners here and there.